You think you can stop us? No way! It's the Beer Bubble!
Hey guys, and welcome back to Beer Bubbles, the number one bubbliest podcast in the world, we think. And we're sitting here with Rasmus Acking and Oliver Buzon.
Yeah.
Hey! And Cici sitting here without a microphone.
I'm here!
We're sitting at a laundromat slash hard bread pizzeria slash folk beer pizzeria, or folk beer place slash a brewery.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi guys.
Hey.
Hi.
So your brewery is called Underjord Brygghus, I guess, which
Yeah.
is underground brewing in English. Why don't you tell us a little bit about, first off, who you are and what you do at Underjord?
So we've had this brewery for 3 years, give or take, and we brewed in this specific underground for those 3 years, and hence the name Underjord Brygghus. We have been dear friends for 16, 17 years.
Something like that, yeah.
So, playing music together since high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Since we were like 13 or something.
Yeah.
So
And-
from music to brewing beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happened kind of organically. I didn't drink much beer at first, but Oliver showed me some nice beer. So
You
that was
lured
good.
him in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
lured me in. Yeah.
I think you were even anti-beer.
Yeah.
Anti-beer.
Yeah.
All right.
It was so filling and fuzzy and stuff.
Yeah.
What made you change your mind?
It's lower in alcohol. I went from whiskey to
Oh.
to wine, and then from wine to French cider, and then from French cider to lambic, I guess, and stuff like that. And from that to saison, and slowly now I drink
Real
lager every
lager,
night.
yeah.
It's a long process.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, did you come up with this idea together? Did you start home brewing before that, or did you work in a brewery before?
No, home brewing, I think, started it, and then we educated ourselves as technicians or engineers, like brewery engineers.
Yeah, I went to the brewery engineer, the one in Nynäshamn,
Yeah.
and studied there, and we had our different internships at different breweries, so that was very helpful. Yeah,
Yeah.
we learned a
Yeah,
lot.
gathering knowledge wherever you can, basically.
Yeah.
So, what is the main focus in styles? Are you doing a lot of different styles, or is there like a main?
Yeah, I mean, just to clarify, we have a very, very small setup. You've been there downstairs, but for those who listen, we brew 120 liters at the time. So that's, I don't know what that is in barrels, but it's not much.
It's not even a barrel.
It's not even a
half
barrel, yeah.
barrel, basically.
It's like half a
Okay.
barrel, yeah.
But do you have kind of a flagship beer that you like your bread and butter, and then you do?
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say, is that since we've only been in August, we'll celebrate 3 years. So the 2 first years we decided to never brew the same beer twice, because we brew with the seasons, and there's so much to brew, so we never have time to brew the same one. But since we have kind of because of the Systembolaget, the Swedish monopoly, we launched a product there that was like a killer beer kind of thing, like a Zeugel almost, or that's what inspired us. So that one has been our number one. That's the only product that we've brewed continuously ever since. Yeah.
That kind of is your flagship beer, then.
I guess, yeah.
I guess it is.
I don't know. I guess you guys have a much better definition of what a flagship would be. But I saw somewhere that like you have to fill up at least 3. If it's this and that, then it's a flagship beer. And I don't know if we have a flagship beer. Maybe that will be our flagship beer at one point.
In the future.
Yeah, in the future.
The only nominee for now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what made you guys end up here? Because this is quite a unique place to be at, especially in Sweden. I don't think there's any other place in Sweden that does this, where all these have a combination. How did you end up here?
We've been close friends for a long time with the guys having the 3.5 ABV bar. But I guess that's what you're referring to, this specific bar.
Location.
Yeah,
this specific
Yes,
location.
yeah.
Right now we're recording from Bottle Shop, the Folköl's the folk beer shop at Kocksgatan. We kind of decided on either we wanted to take a huge bank loan and find a big, nice, fresh location in like Slakthusområdet or something, and make a really good lager on like huge or something like that, or
big volumes,
or just start a very small, stupid brewery that we can't get any economy in and just brew whatever we wanted. So that was kind of what we were deciding on. And then we saw the whole equipment for like the whole brewery equipment for sale, and we sort of talked to Fredrik and Martin, who has the bottle shop, and they said like, well, we have this next year we're taking over this basement space, so you can basically rent the whole basement if you want to. And we were kind of back and forth about it, but then Oliver said like, if we're not doing this, if we're not buying the brewery, then I'm doing it by myself. So he kind of helped me hostage.
Ultimatum for you.
Yeah,
you had no choice basically.
So that was perfect. That
and
was
you
great.
bought the entire equipment from Jon and Anton at
Savantgard. Exactly.
Yes,
in
they were
Bagarmossen.
super friendly and very helpful. Shout out to them.
Imagine you looking forward to the future with the brewery, and what do you have planned? What's in working right now?
I mean, more festivals and fairs is the English word, right? Yeah, we've been to our first one. It was like a month ago, Gothenburg Beer Fest, and it's since we come from music, it's kind of, at least for me, a boost for my ego to just sell the beer directly
and get the instant gratification of people liking your stuff.
And also just talk to other breweries.
Yeah,
and at this fair we were like a Stockholm booth, so it was nice to feel a part of the Stockholm brewery scene. And,
thanks to Co-Hops, the magazine Co-Hops. He kind of handpicked 6 Stockholm breweries, and we did the monitor together at an öl och whisky mässa.
Oh yeah, that's the name, the proper name. Yeah.
Okay.
So that was very. We're super grateful for that. Yeah.
So
any other festivals in the future that you are booked into?
Yes, Brewskivalen, they were the first. Yeah, Brewskivalen, they were super quick.
Yeah,
so that's
probably.
See you there.
Me too, probably.
Nice. Yeah,
we're
that was
super
planned
excited about that. Yeah.
for like a year ago,
Yeah.
or 2 years ago.
He
But
just
the
decided.
pandemic and stuff. So,
Yeah.
I mean, to answer your question, that's our plans, I guess, to just do more stuff outwards and not only brew beer in the basement.
Well, that's a good thing to do as well.
Yeah.
So there's something to drink.
Someone has to brew the beer as well. Yeah.
Like every artist, you want to be seen.
Yeah.
We have a guy for that, Matthias, but he's not here right now. I prefer to be down in the basement.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You don't like being seen outside, right?
I don't like the sun or people. I like brewing beer.
Yeah.
Sorry for dragging you up here.
No worries.
You weren't holding on too tight, at least. So, are you looking forward? Saison is one of the great, or the thing you like the most. You both said before, and I don't know if that's a secret what you have downstairs, but
No, not at all.
no,
Which one?
the barrel.
The barrel. Oh yeah,
The barrel.
yeah. So we have a Pinot Noir barrel from Bordeaux, and in that one we have a Saison right now that you guys had a little sample of, right? Yeah.
The tiny glasses you'll see on Instagram.
Yeah. Those are small Baiju glasses. That one is 100% wheat, Swedish wheat. Half of it is really old variety. I can't remember the name of it. I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe Emmer. Yeah,
Emmer.
I think so. Yeah.
And not malted, right?
And
the other half is malted.
And the other half.
Yeah.
It's malted. I can look. But yeah, and then only noble hops. Generously amounts of noble hops. And true to our philosophy, we go with mash hops. That means hops that goes into the mash, like an early stage of before we boil. Which means we can use more hops, which is awesome. And then also flame out hops.
Yeah, we rarely do hops in between those two.
Yeah, those are usually our only.
Yeah, basically mash hops and flame out hops.
Especially for farmhouse beer.
Yeah, of course.
And to the people who don't know what flame out hops is, it's actually when the boil is done.
Yeah.
On the way, in the cooling process.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly.
Yeah, just before we transfer. So that's very late in the process. I think that we started to talk about beer when we were out on tour with the band, and we toured a lot. Not a lot, but we toured in Bavaria and Bohemia. And that was such a huge contrast from, having Storstark in Sweden.
Yeah.
When you have a Storstark, it's the same price and everything, but like a what would be an international lager in Stockholm. But in Bavaria, you have these deep-rooted traditions, and you have the cleanest fucking glassware you've ever seen in your life, and you have this beautiful head, this head retention that's just ridiculous. So, and even if we played like the worst venue in the Czech Republic with an anarchist place,
super shabby rural
people
Czech.
smoking marijuana everywhere. Some people are sleeping on the floor. Yeah, and then they will have like Pilsner Urquell in the cleanest fucking glassware you've ever seen.
That's tradition for you.
Yeah. That was so inspiring. I think so. That was I think that was a huge part of gaining respect for the craftsmanship around. Yeah, and starting to think because we've homebrewed some and both very interested in fermentation in general, with making kimchi and stuff like that. But that's when you get this is something else. This is good stuff. Yeah.
The tradition of beer is well respected in some countries. You don't see it often in Swedish pubs. The clean glassware and the perfect head, and it's very rare here, I think. And I think that's sad because there's so much flavors that disappear from the beer, or the bubbles themselves, the foam with dirty glasses and
for sure,
and poor pours, basically.
Yeah, I mean, if you go to craft beer bar in Sweden and pay 120, you can expect a clean glass, but it's not the same thing as paying 20 kroners and expecting a clean glass in the Czech Republic. So
they're insane there.
Yeah.
I never spent so little and got so drunk as I was in Czech.
It happens.
But so, during this tour, that was when you decided to do this, basically, or talking about it. That's where the idea fermented.
Yeah, or the love for the idea. Exactly. And then that grew, and I mean, it was also we both needed a break from what else we were doing at 4 years ago or something when we decided to start studying brewery engineering together. Yeah, so that was kind of nice. Take life in another direction.
But that education down in Nynäshamn, that's quite new.
Yes.
They've had one up in Dalarna for ages and ages.
Yes.
It's in
Ludvika.
Ludvika.
Yeah.
Does it differ? Do you know if it's a big difference between the two?
At the point where we came in, it was some small differences, but it was basically the same teacher, Tobias Grönqvist. He was doing most of the work in both, I'd say.
Yeah.
So, but there were some differences, of course. Yeah.
What breweries did you end up doing the internship at?
I did at PKLK in Stockholm. I've never said it in English, but so in Skarpnäck, and then Hopshed in Visby. So those two. Kind of similar equipment to ours, but bigger, so it was really helpful actually learning how to do the boring parts of a brewery. It's hard to learn about couplings and slangar, hoses in theory alone. I mean, the difference between hoses and stuff, but so I really needed the internship to actually learn stuff like that.
Yeah, I went a bit more farmhouse. Yeah. I went to Eikotid in Oslo that make traditional raw zero boil traditional Norwegian farmhouse beer with kveik and a barrel age program, which was very useful but I didn't learn as much about how to handle the modern equipment that we use. And then I had my second internship at Gamla Enjoy's. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Nice.
So that was very nice.
The thing you learn, I get, from every brewery is that you're 90% a janitor.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, PKLK and Robin at Gamla Enjoy, they work quite closely. They were located in the same place for a while as well, I think.
Oh.
In Älta. Because in Älta, I think
Maybe-
Robin brewed some beers over there with Gamla
Yeah,
Enjoy
that's
as
true.
well.
Because when
When
I
he moved
started,
out of his garage.
yeah,
Oh yeah. There was like a in between.
yeah. When
Cool.
I started in Skarpnäck, it was kind of new. That location was kind of new, and it's true. Yeah, they brewed together before Robin and Peter.
That's nice. And they're some of the nicest people in the industry.
yeah, for sure. And we buy a lot of stuff from them and help each other.
Yeah,
out, so
Robin
it's-
helps
it's
us
nice.
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. You hear about the Gothenburg beer scene has this huge collective of
Yeah.
community of brewers helping each other. Do you feel that, has that been your experience here in Stockholm, or?
So far, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It may be, I mean, we're super, super small, so there's like a threshold to get over. But yeah, of course.
Yeah. Especially since we started with the internships and grew from there, I think really got a part of the community kind of early.
No, but that's really good because internships builds connections between breweries. I remember when I was in Tampa, and everyone had some kind of foundation in Cigar City.
Oh,
Everyone
okay.
had worked at
Yeah.
Cigar City or did work at Cigar City or worked with someone from Cigar City.
Yeah.
So everything came from there, and with an internship with Stockholm education, Nynäshamn is just south of Stockholm.
Yeah.
It must be good to see all these small places and actually bring in the connections and get to know people as well.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And a lot of the people that we were in, I mean, we went to the same class as Simon, Mariatorgets mikrobryggeri. So he's a dear friend now, and we've had some collabs with him and stuff like that. So that's great. And we went with Niklas, who has Apex,
Yeah.
together with his friends. So yeah.
And Ulrika who has Vettle.
Yeah. And so that was nice, getting to know people from all over Sweden, which is that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are a couple of breweries here.
Yeah. Like 400 or something.
We're actually up to over 500 now.
Okay,
But-
okay.
500, okay, yeah.
But it builds a strong community, and it actually is good for promotion of good beer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because we've had too many years of shit beer in this country. I remember when I started working at Beefeater on Kocksgatan, there was 9 breweries in Sweden owned by 5 companies, and they all brewed the same beer.
Yeah.
And we don't want to go back there.
No.
So, Brew School was planned
Yeah.
this August.
Brew
Are there
School was planned.
any festivals you're doing in Stockholm?
All in Beer Fest, right? And then we talked earlier about Växthuset. I think they have something planned that we might go to. All in
The one
Stockholm. Yeah.
All in Beer Fest. Is that the
All in
name?
Beer
Yeah,
Fest, yeah.
in Stockholm. Yeah, it's going to be in Stockholm for the first time, I think. Right? Yeah, and we're lucky to been invited. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going.
And maybe the Adels Music and Beer Festival,
That
but
would be
that's
nice.
not official, so don't. I don't, and no promises. Just,
Yeah.
Cut that part out.
Yeah. And maybe Malmö as well. What's the name
Oh,
of that
yeah.
one? We don't know.
We haven't
so
done
much
this.
about. Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't know much
It's
about
the
the
first
business
year.
at all, and that's also one of the things that maybe. I mean, we're talking about the community and the craft beer scene, but we haven't really participated as much because we haven't really targeted the beer crowd yet, if you know what I
Yeah.
mean. We've been working very closely with some restaurants and some chefs here on Södermalm. We have such a low output, and we try to bridge the gap between natural wine fans and beer drinkers, and try to say like, well, if you can pay 300 on a restaurant for a bottle of this wine, maybe you can pay like 150 for this bottle of beer, and you don't have to get so drunk. You can drink 2 bottles. Why not? So that's been more our focus these first years.
Yeah.
But now we start to open up a bit and see like, oh, of course we want to,
And also, we started during a pandemic, so
Yeah.
we haven't had that much of a choice
when it comes
in
to
a way.
festivals.
Yeah,
very true.
No,
That's true.
There's been no choice for anybody, basically.
That's true.
It's been very short. It's now this last few months it's been opening up again, like all over.
And there's just no staff to find. We work in the restaurant business. It's really, people go, oh, it's so nice. There's so many people coming in. Yeah, we're short-staffed all the time.
I can imagine.
But getting two beers for the price of a bottle of wine, that's nice. You can do twice the fun.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you don't get as drunk.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect.
I mean, if you drink enough, you get drunk. Yeah, you just have to visit the loo a bit in between. Yeah, but that's nice, and it's so nice to elevate beer as a food accompaniment. Yeah, and think about pairing, and think about this is something that you can actually drink on a weekday, maybe you can, or if it's a better dinner, whatever. It's so nice to bridge that gap, I think.
Yeah,
because I think a lot of Swedes still go in their mind to this 80s or 90s idea of a bottle of macho red wine has to accomplish this, this meal. But you can definitely find something.
That's a big work we do at Akkurat. Is
for sure.
Having the right beer for the food, and it's much more fun because since there's 4 ingredients in beer, it's much more to play with.
Yeah,
you have everything. With a bottle of wine, you have one ingredient. It's the grape.
yeah.
That's nice.
Then of
nice
course, wine can be a lot of different things, but with beer, I feel it can really be a lot of different things.
So let me ask you guys, what is the perfect beer to Mulfrit?
Traditional Mulfrit, or like Mul Marnier, or because we have 7 different kinds of mul on the menu, and different things work with different things. We have my favorite's a Mul Roquefort. With Roquefort cheese and bacon, and I'd do a Saint Bernard's up to any day to that one.
Oh, nice.
But if you're having a Marnier, I'd go for Belgian triple.
Nice.
Or say something.
Or Chimay Blue.
Or Chimay. Wow, that's beautiful.
And for Mul Islay, we did Saison du Pont, right?
Yeah.
I tried that, yeah.
That's beautiful. That is just beautiful.
I get hungry now.
Yeah. I get thirsty.
And thirsty, yes. And thirsty, that's the most important thing. No, and I think we still have a long way to go when it comes to combining beer and food, because, as you said, it's not that normal or common in the rest of the non-drinking world. There's always a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Always. So one of your focuses is to make beer that works with food. That's one of the passions.
In a way, that's partly why we do big bottles. Like Maskrus, as you got, was this grisette with the dandelions on a big bottle, just to share, or I mean, it looks good with food. Yeah.
Do you try it out yourselves, a few recipes, or
with that specific beer?
Just the beers you make.
No, we never drink it. No, I'm just kidding. Of course. Yeah, sometimes we get to actually, enjoy the final product in the correct environment. But often it's just we have so much to do. So we just give it to the restaurant that we know will appreciate it, and then they'll. Well,
I got this word of wisdom from a brewer that I knew, that I know, that beer should be drank in its right environment, and if you're as a brewer, don't drink it in a bar or in a restaurant. You don't really know what the beer tastes like. Because what you try down in your basement or in your brewery is not going to be the same experience that you get when you drink it in its right environment.
That's true. We should be better at trying our beer at different locations. You had, because you was at Babayan, just down the street from here, and tried 2 of our beers from their taps, and they were excellent, right?
Yeah,
well,
it's a different. Yeah,
different
it
thing.
hits you differently when you. Because I was there to just clean the tap lines, because we care a lot about our beer. So we wanted to give it a decent, chance at least. Yeah. So we were cleaning the taps, and then just when checking the beer, all of a sudden you get to drink it as a customer and not as a brewer, and it was just was nice. Let me put it like that. It was nice.
The moral of this story is clean your goddamn tap lines.
Clean your tap lines and your glasses.
Yes. And it's also quite nice. It must have been quite a boost the first time you saw your beers in a restaurant.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, it's the same as listening to our own music. Is super hard. It's kind of the same thing with beer. Sometimes you can hear, if you hear our band's music from afar or from a different room, you get the clean, naked experience as drinking your beer, blindly. So yeah, completely different thing.
But we're mostly like very grateful and humble for the whole beer community for these 3 years where we've been like slowly experimenting and just feeling our way. I guess, yeah.
I think you had an alarm on your phone. We should add hops to this brew.
The beer is needing your attention right now, so we're gonna ask the last question. This is for both of you. This can take forever. You're about to die. What is the last thing you drink? In form of beer, of course.
Yeah.
You can have anything.
I mean, we mentioned a couple of beers before, and you said Saison DuPont, and it stuck with me. I have a craving for that right now. So that's my answer right now, but if I thought... Yeah.
Always on tap at Akkurat.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's nice. I didn't know, actually.
With clean tap lines.
Nice. Yeah, love it.
It's a tough one.
Yep.
Underjords ljusbringare. Underjord Brygghus flagship beer.
But a killer beer straight from
a killer bee?
A killer beer. A killer bee straight from the basement.
Nice. Yeah, that's true.
Straight from the maturation tank.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be perfect. Yeah, like 5 or 6 weeks.
Like you drink them properly in Germany. Open the keg and then there we are.
Yeah. I think that would be my perfect beer.
Well, guys, the only thing we have to say then is thank you very much for having us.
Yeah. Thank you.
We always end on with our little motto, and we're going to try to say it together, and that is
drink better beer.